In your head, won't surface again. Be still, mature. Wash away the sin. Hey guys, it's Benedictines the Vegan. Today I want to talk about why I became a vegan. Firstly, I will say that becoming vegan is one of the best decisions that I've ever made in my life. It has helped me a lot. It has helped me understand the world better. It has helped me become more conscious and more loving and more understanding. It really changed how I look at the world, which I think is important. It helped me awaken. I think it's much harder to awaken when you are doing things that are causing suffering instead of taking a conscious choice to actually do what you can to reduce suffering. I think that does something to you spiritually, something that I don't know how to explain, but it really changed my life. It really changed my perspective on life, and it made me a better person. I became vegan in 2016 after being inspired by this other girl that was my friend at the time. I met this girl in 2015, and we became friends. We became very, very good friends. We connected right off the bat. As soon as we started talking, we just clicked. I met this girl at a college campus. I saw her standing alone and was like, yo, I need to talk to this girl. And yeah, I approached her. And as soon as I started talking to her, it felt as if I knew her my whole life. Like, we just connected. I've never connected with anyone the way that I connected with that girl. So yeah, we started talking, we got to know each other, and we became very, very, very good friends. So this other day, we were working in Johannesburg CBD, and we passed this other place where they were grilling chicken feet. And she was like, yo, let me buy that for you. I was like, yo, yeah, do that. And then yeah, she bought like 4 chicken feet, and I tried to give her, like, yeah, take 2. She was like, no, I don't eat meat. I was like, what? You don't eat meat? Why don't you eat meat? And she said, it makes me sick. And because me and her really connected, I I never forgot that. I never forgot that she doesn't eat meat. I kept on thinking about it. I'm like, damn, man, she doesn't eat meat, and she looks that good. She has a very beautiful body. So it's like, maybe that's why she has beautiful bodies, because she's not eating meat, you know. So I started to research about the benefits of becoming a vegetarian. And then I discovered this guy. His name is Gary Yoforsky. Don't know if I pronounced that right. And he was talking about veganism, and I became very interested. I started to listen to this guy, and I knew he was speaking the truth. So I was like, I'm gonna become a vegan, not a vegetarian. I'm gonna become a vegan because this guy is telling the truth. The way that we're treating animals is wrong, and I'd never looked at it that way. Like, I never realized the damage that we were causing by treating the animals the way that we were treating them. So I had made a decision that day that I'm going to become a vegan, but I became a vegetarian first before I became a vegan. And then I got a job, I got an internship um, in this other department, started making my own money. So yeah, it was easy for me to actually make the transition from being a vegetarian to being a vegan because I had money. I knew I can buy my own food. So I became a vegan. One thing that I noticed when I became vegan is that 3-4 months of becoming a vegan is that people started to want to listen to what I had to say. And before then, they would listen, but they weren't that interested. Like, people were really, really interested in what I had to say. Even people who didn't know that I was a vegan, people just wanted to listen to me speak. It was crazy. People who were much older than me, they'll be like, "Oh man, this guy has interesting point of views." I was surprised. Like, nobody ever wanted to listen to me talk before. So what's going on here? And not only at work, even when I went back home, people started to listen, man. It's like I just connected with people much more deeply. I was like, maybe becoming vegan makes you so conscious and that automatically draws people towards you. I don't know. And then a month after I became vegan, me and that girl started dating. I didn't think we were gonna date. We're very, very good friends, but I also wanted to date her. But yeah, man, she wasn't down with me. But after I became vegan, she just liked me, man. And I knew that she was in love. The way that we communicated, I just knew that she was gonna be mine. So it seems as if something in you changes when you become a vegan. Something in you changes. I've had my ups and downs in this journey, but my overall experience has been great. Um, I feel like it helped me become a very conscious, a very loving, and a very caring person, and it helps me understand things better. I feel like I'm really growing every day, and that's because of my diet. That's because of the level of awareness that I've been able to reach. Eating healthy. I think when you eat junk food, it kind of blocks you somehow. It really does block you. And I think if you really care about people, if you really care about animals, you can't do things that are contributing to their suffering. It doesn't make sense. If you don't want to see people going through oppression, if you want to see people being treated right, then you must also want to see animals being treated right. If you ever feel like you are being oppressed, but you don't have a problem when you see animals being oppressed, and then something is wrong. Then you are being a hypocrite. You think that your life is better than the lives of animals, and that's not true at all. Of course, you would think that your life is better than the lives of animals because it's your life, and you might think that we are better than animals, but that's only because you have relationships with humans, so you value humans. If you had dogs and you lived with them, you'd love your dogs more than you love humans. So you'd actually value the lives of your dogs more than you value the lives of other humans. Lions don't value the lives of humans. If they see you in their territory, they're going to kill you and eat you. They don't give a damn. So we are all equal. All sentient are equal. So you can't say that it's fair that we imprison these animals. For what? What have they done to deserve to be imprisoned? What? Tell me what they've done to deserve that. Why can't they live in peace? I mean, life is already hard for them. Life is already hard, and we make it worse by abusing them just because we can. If you think there's nothing wrong with that, you must also think that there's nothing wrong with the way that slaves were being treated in America. You must be willing to think that there was nothing wrong with the apartheid government here in South Africa, because the people that oppressed black people just didn't look at them as their equals. So they exploited them because of that. The same way that we are exploiting these animals because we don't think that they're equal to us. We don't think that they deserve equal rights. So why do you have something against slavery? Then you're being biased. The problem is that when inequality is working in their favor, they don't have a problem with it. It's only when it's working against them that's when they have a problem with it. Have you realized that? If humans were the ones being treated the way that these animals are being treated, they will be complaining all the time because it will not be working in their favor. But because it's working in their favor now, they think it's good. They think there's nothing wrong with it. And that's really weird when you really think about it. That's how selfish people are. I remember this other day, we went to work somewhere and they gave us money to buy food where we were working, and there was this other restaurant where they were selling all kinds of foods. So I ordered this other thing. I don't know what it's called. I just went there and told him, yo, give me something that has no meat or any animal product. Like, just give me something that's just made for vegans. Give me something that is made for vegans. So he gave me this thing. It costs like 50 rand. Yeah, it costs 50 rand. 50 rand is like $5, right? $5. I mean, yeah, it's pretty cheap, right? I ate that thing and I was like, wow, this tastes so good. And I started feeling very sad. I was like, there are a lot of people who can afford to eat like this every day, but they don't. They still choose to eat meat, even though that's causing suffering for other sentients. I started to really feel sad because a lot of people really do have options. I mean, I can understand why some people choose not to become vegan because they just don't have options. But if you got money, you got options. Why not choose a healthier lifestyle that is also going to contribute in a way that is positive for all sentience and for the planet as well? Because it seems that there's lots of nice food that vegans can eat now. Lots of nice food that vegans can eat, but people still choose to eat meat even though it's not necessary. It's not a necessity. You can actually live a very healthy lifestyle and eat food that is tasty and nutritious while you are contributing in a way that is positive to our society. Why not choose that? Like, I really, really felt sad that day. I was like, man, this is crazy. Because I was not eating anything nice, right? I was just eating pop, cabbage, spinach, all. So I was sad, man. I was like, dude, like, people really do got options, man, but they choose to do things that are contributing to the suffering of other animals. For what? I really, really felt sad, man. But yeah, man, like, we need to really, really think about what really matters. Do we want to live in a world where we are causing pain for one another? Does that make sense to you, that we're causing a lot of unnecessary pain? Is that the kind of world that you want to live in? Does that kind of world make sense to you? Or do you want to live in a world where, we're trying our best to minimize suffering because we are against suffering? You see, we don't like to see anyone suffer. We don't like to see ourselves suffer, so we cannot like to see other people suffer. If we do like to see other people suffer, if we do like to see other animals suffer, then this is absolutely not worth it. Like, why would we want that? Why can't we choose a better way of living? It's really scary that we don't care enough to cause less harm, even when it's really possible, even when it's really easy. We're still contributing to what's causing harm. We're still contributing to what's causing a lot of pain. And we complain when things in our life don't go well. We complain when people get killed, people that we love get killed, not remembering that we are also contributing to the killing of other beings as well that don't want to be killed. I mean, you don't have a right to say or to complain when life is being unfair to you, when you are being treated badly, because you treat animals badly. So it means that's the game that you want to play. It means that's what really makes sense to you as a person. Why do you do things that are contributing to suffering? Why do you do things that are perpetuating suffering, but then when the same things are done to you, you complain? Why? It's because you are a hypocrite, and that is not good. We need to truly acknowledge the truth. The truth is that we are causing a lot of unnecessary harm to these animals, and we can do better as a collective society. We can do better. If we really want to change our world, we can, but we still choose not to. Darkness is within us. You are the bad guy. If you are still doing something that's contributing to the suffering of other sentient, you are the bad guy. You are a bad person. That's it. You don't have to look at politicians. You don't have to look at people who are running the system and complain and say they are bad. No, you are bad. You need to change. Someone said to change the world, we need to change ourselves. And that's the truth. If we want to play this game of life differently, then we need to change. We need to reach that point, as a collective society where we're like, no, we're done. We've had enough. There has to be a better world that we can create. All right? There has to be a better world that we can create as a collective society. We do have that kind of power. We can't keep on complaining as if the people who are running the system are more evil than we are. If we were in that position, we'll probably be doing the same shit, because we are evil. We are doing evil shit to these animals because there are no consequences whatsoever. So that's why we're treating them badly. So if we were in the position of those people that we are complaining about, we'll probably be doing the same things that they're doing because there will be no consequences. I spoke about this in the other video, the last video that I've uploaded. I spoke about this. You can be a good person for the sake of being a good person. You can literally choose to do the right thing, even if you lose something because of that. If you really think that this is supposed to be a positive experience, that's what you must be willing to do. That's the sacrifice that you must be willing to make. We cannot act like this is right because it's not. That is a fact. It's not an opinion. I don't give a fuck if we're smarter than these animals. In fact, if we are much smarter than them, then why are we doing things that are causing a lot of harm to this planet? I mean, we're supposed to be the ones that are responsible. It seems to me that these animals will be fine without us. In fact, this planet will be great without us. It seems to me that we are more like a virus, and we refuse to acknowledge that, we refuse to see the truth. We're still choosing this path that is causing a lot of suffering, not just for the animals, but for ourselves. Because if we became really, really conscious and realized that we're causing suffering, trust me, we will not tolerate the suffering that other people are causing, people that are in power. We will not tolerate it. Because we'll be conscious enough to realize that, no, this is not life. This is not it. This needs to change. But if you're still eating meat, causing a lot of pain, causing a lot of harm, I think you'll tolerate it even when it's happening to you. Because it's normal to you. It's the kind of world that you're settling for. It's the kind of world that you want. I mean, there's something sick about that. Vegans been speaking the truth, yo. Yeah, I just need to listen. I had Russell Brand. Russell Brand is vegan. He was like, my morality is for me, blah blah blah. Like, he was like, yo, when I first became vegan, I used to tell people to become vegan. Now I've realized that my morality is for me. Like, no, man. If you see a woman being raped, you help her. You cannot say my morality is for me. It doesn't matter what this person is doing. When people are doing something that's wrong, they need to be told, because they're causing a lot of harm. You can say that your morality is for you only when the things that they are doing, even if you're against them morally, only affect them. You get what I'm saying? But if it's affecting other people, then you also have a responsibility, because you can't be living in a planet where we're causing pain. A lot of pain that is unnecessary. We're causing suffering that's not necessary at all. We can't settle for that. There's nothing good about that. So we need to wake up and decide what kind of world that we want to live in. Do we want to live in a world that is more like hell, or do we want to create our own heaven here? Veganism is the way, yo. Veganism is the way. Thank you. Like and subscribe, man. Let's push this movement. People need to become really, really conscious and understand what's going on here. Thank you.